Oh, this is heavy.
We're good.
Oh, dude, look at
I miss
me.
Taylor
Oh, this
Honeycutt.
is crazy.
Look at you over there.
Yeah,
Hey.
man.
Yeah,
Behind the scenes of
people
our,
actually
our
get to see
board.
the process of what Katie does every week.
Every week, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. You got a lot going on. Look how small that table is
It's so tiny.
for all the stuff we have on it. Every week I come down here, I'm like, let's just buy a new table. He's like, yeah, we need to do that, and we haven't done
This
it.
is the table.
It's a
you
lot
need
of
for
stuff,
that
man.
job.
It's a lot of stuff, yeah.
You need 2 people running that table, but on this table, and then I don't know.
Yeah,
Get some like crazy skeleton table or something from over here.
crazy skeleton table.
Yeah.
You gonna make us one of those? Where'd you get
Yeah,
that?
I'll whittle it out of Bondo.
Nick, thanks for coming to hang with us today. We had kind of a mix-up. We thought we had another guest.
He says.
I had a mix-up. I was, yeah, I'm an idiot.
Oh, you're not an idiot.
I had the
You
wrong
just made a
Monday.
boo-boo.
You don't get to say that every day.
We were gonna have the guys from Sanctum Tattoos and Comics on.
Yeah,
And,
I was so excited to see Aaron too.
dude. Well, they're coming on just a month
Yeah.
from today. Like,
right.
I just had the wrong date. And
Wait.
so,
A month in advance.
yeah.
Okay.
That's how you know we're big time. We gotta schedule you a month out.
Well, no, I don't know why I picked that date arbitrarily.
I mean, I've been waiting on my like date to come back anyway, so it kind of worked out perfectly.
yeah. So thanks for being here, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
no
for coming to
problem.
hang out.
Fun.
You recently broke your collarbone.
Yeah.
Okay,
For those that don't
we-
know.
I will take the headphones off for this one
Why?
because I just don't do like broken bones.
I mean, we're not gonna harp on it, but like, here, look.
I'm good. Yeah. Here, look.
It's
No, I'm good.
It sucks, but it's not that bad. Like, it's a limited mobility, or I can't like I can pick this beer up, but it don't feel good. Like, it's a bunch of a little shit like that. Like, damn, I can't do that for myself right now. But I've gotten to the point where I can like pull my pants on and take my shirt off by myself.
Yeah. Is he close enough to his mic?
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And for those, I mean, you don't have to go into gory detail, but what happened? Like, how did you?
Dude, the dumbest shit. I was in the back of my buddy Cody's truck, which if you don't know Cody, it's a giant ass F-250, and we're getting unloading pallets at the dojo to burn, and one of them, there's like a small one that's like stuck, so we can't yank the top one out. So I climb up and I grab it, and it like catches a little bit, and then it like I finally like I shook it and it like let loose. I took like a step back to like get my balance, and it was ice, and it was just like a slick metal bed. And then my foot went out. I tried to catch myself again. My knee hit the side of the truck.
I just imagine you going like upside down.
I did a half cartwheel.
Oh, dude.
Like my arm was out and ready to catch, but like I was this table or higher than I thought, just because it's such a high truck. Like I've fallen out of trucks so many times. It's like
You have experience.
yeah, like you
I
just
fall
got-
out of trucks all the time.
You
Yeah,
just-
no big deal.
you jump in and out of them enough, like you're eventually gonna like stumble. But like I've always caught myself, or at least landed like well, like rolled out of it or something, like through skating, BMX, whatever. Like you figure out how to fall, and so I thought nothing of it, and then the ground wasn't there, and I was like, wait a second, and about the time my brain got to wait a second, it was hitting the ground. And it was just like all shoulder and head.
Oh my god!
It rung my bell harder than I thought. I came to, or I didn't really lose it, but it was just like, uh-oh. And then like, it took me way too long to realize my collarbone is broken, and I need to go to the ER. And then Cody took me in his truck, which was really nice, and he waited with me all night. Big props. Thanks, Cody. Love you, bud.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So you just got to keep it in a sling. How long before it heals? I mean, is there really anything they can do?
Keep it in a sling, he says. He's sitting here.
Well, he had a sling when he first got here.
Yeah.
He took it off.
No, you just got to be really patient with it. And
Didn't you say you had to go see a specialist or something? They had to like set it or do something.
No, like
That's okay.
Zach's freaking
It's
out.
okay.
they can, like, if it doesn't grow, the bones are like all fragmented, or if it's like a really gnarly case, or like the bones are like not aligned, then they have to like put it in a certain place, and they might have to put like a plate and screws. But
You said yours was like a clean break, though.
yeah,
Okay, so that's a good thing,
it's a good thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very fortunate.
dude.
Yeah,
Clavicle. Golly. When you first texted me, you're like, dude, I broke my clavicle. I had to like Google. I was like, what's a clavicle?
I don't know why I kept saying that. I think it was something in like the paperwork that I was reading all the time.
You have a good motion of your arm though. Like you're able to like wave and move around and stuff. Looks like
I have. It's been 2.5 weeks. So the first week I literally couldn't do anything. Like I just wore a sling and I laid down and like
wallowed.
It was a struggle to like get chips and salsa out of a fridge. Like,
not the chips and salsa. No.
I mean, just like that simple of a thing. Like I couldn't have made a sandwich. Like I couldn't. I had no use of my right arm, and if I tried to use it, it hurt tremendously.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sucks.
It did, and then like. You're gonna hate this, but like the bones would move around. Like,
oh, dude, really?
Yeah,
are you serious?
Awful.
Oh my god. Ugh.
I mean, there's so many ways that it could have been worse.
Look at Zach.
That like I'm honestly like surprised at how well I've taken it. It hasn't been that bad. My girlfriend also helped me out a lot.
So, good.
Thanks, Christina.
Nice.
Was it hard to sleep?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well. They gave me the first night. They gave me like some good painkiller. Don't break your collarbone.
Wise advice. Hey, don't do that.
Yeah. What have you been up to? I haven't talked to you in a while, Zach.
Just studio stuff, man.
What are you doing at the studio? Like we talked briefly, but I don't remember everything you said.
Dude, we do everything. We do like.
They're looking at it like
You make ramen
expanding
noodles?
and like getting another.
Yeah,
space.
yeah. We make ramen. We actually do make ramen. We sell that in the vending machine.
Really?
Yeah.
Did y'all get the Coke
Goddamn.
machine fixed? Didn't you say a guy was coming to fix it?
He came, looked, and quoted us all the parts, but I haven't heard back from him yet. So
Never gonna.
he's supposed to be coming and fixing it. We'll see. But yeah, no, we selling ramen. Anything that we think is cool that we can make a buck off of, we stick it in the vending machine. So yeah, you're not wrong making ramen.
That's tight. Oh, what's like your favorite thing that you're doing there?
Dude, nothing, because it's tax time. So I'm doing all of our taxes.
Oh, so you just hate life.
Yeah, it hasn't been great. I mean, I have a great life. There's a lot of worse things going on in the world.
Oh, yeah.
But taxes are like killing me right now. So, because all of our engineers are contractors, so I 1099 everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So first year ever doing that.
Oh.
Our business taxes plus filing everyone's 1099s and
Yeah.
Boring tax stuff, but stuff that like when we were hanging TVs back in the day, I never thought like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be running a business and writing people's paychecks and cutting taxes.
It's crazy, man. But you guys said that you're kind of like starting to outgrow the space that you're in.
Yes.
Y'all been looking at.
Already?
It's so wild.
You haven't
you
been
guys
there that
doing
long.
I know, and I feel like we spent longer building it out than we have spent actually using it. Yes,
Really?
And now that we're using it, we've outgrown it, and so we have one more year on the lease, and then we're already looking at like another location to move into.
Okay, so what are you doing that requires like more space or different space?
So the main focus of our business was going to be music videos and photography.
Okay.
But within the space, we also built out a recording studio for artists to come and record music. Mm-hmm. And that is what has taken off. That's our bread and butter.
Okay.
So we're still doing music videos and stuff, but like every day we have recording sessions going on. And we're wanting to do more with the video production side on like building out sets, and because right now we have like this big cyclorama infinity wall that we use. We have a green screen that we use, but we want to get more into like building pre-made sets.
Thank you, Alex. Good call. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
So that was always the plan, and we've filled up the space with all this other stuff like the recording studio and the print shop. We got this
Video games,
massive arcade. Yeah. So
Damn,
that has kind of taken over the building along with our music video stuff.
Gotcha.
And so we're looking at a place that's quadruple the size of the space we're in now.
Nice.
So we went and did a tour of it. We really, really like it. But what we've run into is we still have a year left on this lease, and the other building is ready for lease now.
Oh, so if you don't get in, you're probably
right. We could lose it, but do you jump into 2 leases at the same
Can
time?
you sublet?
That's a conversation we need to have, but
I mean, it's like a possibility. It's definitely not like let's just do that.
you're right. Yeah, yeah. So
Finding
that's
a
what we're getting
tenant
into. The new location will be big enough that we can have all these pre-made, built-out sets and really market that side of our business.
Right.
Because what we've kind of run into is like we want to market it to the public so anybody could come in and do photos and video.
Right.
But there's always somebody in the studio. There's always music being recorded.
And you can't do anything.
Yeah, you don't want to do. We do like music videos and stuff is fine because when you're filming like a music video, you overlay the audio.
Right.
But if you got into any kind of like dialogue where somebody's standing out like interviews or stuff like that going on, that could be an issue. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's the main focus of the new building is kind of like separate studio versus
Right.
photo and video. So, yeah, we need to update those photos actually. Because we've added more to the production space. Like that's
okay.
not what the production space looks like anymore.
Yeah, I thought that kind of looked a little, well, not basic, but very simple compared to the studio.
That was like
the production studio.
we had just built out the space and the website was already up. And the website is where people go to book sessions and stuff. So
Yeah.
we just needed photos. So we took those.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's
So
changed.
is this something that you wanted to like? You guys wanted to make because this is what you enjoy doing for yourselves, and you were like, well, we could do this to kind of like build out a sick fucking set that we could use whenever, but like have it as a rental space to like subsidize
Yes.
our
Yes.
habits.
So it kind of morphed into that. Me and my business partner, Tim, we had been filming music videos for years and years and years. But I was always working like a normal 9-to-5 job. And it
Holt
really...
AV.
Yeah, Holt AV.
Shout out.
And then, so me and Tim, we've been lifelong friends, and we moved in together, and that's when the wheels started turning of like, I'm ready to get out of AV and do video stuff. And he's at the point where he's filming enough videos to where he can leave his job to do it full time.
Nice.
Well, this is all about the same time that I built out my van and was like, I'm going to California. Like, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Been there, done that, bud.
Yeah, so I left Holt. Tim stayed in Alabama, did his thing. I went off, did my thing.
What part of Cali were you in?
Well, I drove down. I started in Oceanside, California, and then
Okay.
drove all the way up through San Francisco into the Redwoods. And then we had some family stuff go on, so I came back.
Oh, okay.
But it also hit me, too. I always had this big dream of, like, I'm going to California. I'm getting the hell out of Alabama. And I'm like, I'm so lonely. Like, I don't know anybody, and I'm out here by
Yeah.
myself. My friends, my family, everybody's back home.
How long were you out there?
Not that long. Not really
Yeah,
that
I
long.
don't know.
'cause
It was a couple months.
It started
Okay.
with like
Was it like 4 days?
Dude, how long were you out there, man?
4 years.
4 years. Shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 years in Sacramento, 2 years in Oakland, and then I spent a summer in the Feather River Canyon.
But you weren't in the van the entire time when you were.
No, I did a year in Sac, a year in Oakland in the van, and then in Polga, I kind of just like lived wherever.
Yeah. We totally didn't unplug our fridge. I was about to say it's
We
probably
didn't
going to
do
be.
anything right
We didn't do anything right. This whole episode is so screwed up. I don't know.
What'd you say? This is a sideshow?
Yeah, it is now.
Hey.
Do you think we ought to keep doing that?
Yeah.
The
That's
whole
the whole-
sideshow thing.
Well, okay, so if you think
I'm
of
thinking we just name it all the same. What do
Well,
you think?
I see both points of view, but I kind of like his idea better, or at least I enjoy like the podcasts that I like to listen to that are this sort of like interview style of just like long form conversation.
Yeah.
This is my favorite sort of podcast. It's the most easily digestible, and I tend to enjoy them the most. Having like the serious like interview, and then having like people that kind of like come back through that are regulars that we're all friends. It like having that hangout. It's like a different dynamic
This
that you
is
get
a
to
hangout.
enjoy. Yeah, we're like
Yeah.
we can sit here and talk shit. You're not gonna talk
Let's
shit
talk
to someone you just met who's like doing some cool shit in Alabama.
Yeah,
Right.
it's,
Like,
it's
you're-
more interview based. I
Right.
guess.
it's one thing if that happens to be a buddy of yours, but if not, like, it's just not cool. So now you get a chance to, like, I don't know, it's more well-rounded, and it makes the podcast in general more interesting. To, like,
so for those who don't know what we're talking about, we thought it would be a good idea, like, when we have just our friends on and we're just goofing off, and it's not like we're interviewing so much, that we would call it the sideshow. So we've only done like 2.
Yeah.
They're considered like a sideshow. For anybody that's, if you've seen,
I made that freaking intro.
It's
damn
cool
it.
intro, dude.
We're doing this,
dude, it's awesome.
Oh, so you have time vested in it.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
yeah, it's sick.
Would you mind handing me one of those cold beers?
Yes. What do you want, Modelo?
Sure. Thank you.
But yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to be able to hear the fridge noise. If it's not bad, then I'm just going to leave it on, because we always unplug the fridge every time we do one of these episodes. Do a podcast, because I'm always afraid it's going to like pick up the noise.
We'll find. Hey, pick that up. We'll find out.
Leave a comment. Tell us how it sounds.
Sounds like shh. all 10 of the people that listen. Thank you.
You always talk down on this show so much. I'm like, we don't have any followers. Nobody follows the page. Nobody listens to us, and it's not true. It's not true. I'm gonna show you the analytics, and it's gonna blow your socks off.
The more that you do, the more that it's gonna find somebody through some sort of like.
This one's gonna be
already
a heavy hitter, man.
Already like heavily interested in like people are gonna want to hear the Aaron one just because you're gonna talk about Cave 9. You spend 10 minutes on that,
yeah,
and like
yeah.
everyone who ever went to Cave 9 is gonna be like, oh shit, and it's gonna get shared.
Yeah, that one would be sick, dude.
Yeah, like I'm gonna post it on my Livejournal when I get home.
Dude, have you ever tried to go back and look up your old social media accounts or anything?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Or like I've tried. Sometimes I've been successful. Sometimes I like.
Is Livejournal still a thing?
I think so. It's if you didn't log in like the last like 5 years, I think it deleted it automatically.
Oh really?
Yeah,
damn, that sucks.
I like taught myself how to do HTML coding with that shit.
We all did, man.
And I don't remember any of it. And I'm like, oh, dude, I could learn coding. And I've like watched a couple YouTube videos that were very humbling on like
the real stuff, not just embedding a photo.
Yeah, yeah. It's changed so much now.
Yeah,
we're on HTML5 now. Ooh. Yeah. Now you just drag and drop. It codes it for itself. Codes it itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, HTML, I learned on damn MySpace. That's how I learned what HTML
You built your website for LCY, didn't you?
Yeah, that's HTML5, though. That's a drag and drop. Oh, okay. That's the easy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't tell anybody that. I'm like, well, I guess I just did.
There was like, there was all these websites that would tell you how, and then you could just like copy and paste the code and then like fill in the blanks of what you want. So like if you wanted like pixel size or like this height, or you can change it from like left, center, and right.
There's stuff out now. You can like build out like a long page in like Photoshop, just place stuff where you want it, and then save that as an image, upload the image, and it'll code everything. Like, oh, this is a box, this is a side panel, this is a banner.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Dude, anybody can do websites now.
Yeah, I've seen the commercials. Yeah. I'm sure.
Wix, man. Shout out Wix.
Is that what you use?
I don't know. No, yes. I've not built
HeavyUlcer.com, baby. Yeah, that's what we use.
Yeah. No, I've not built any websites ever. So
it works great.
Do you remember when we did Livejournal, you could like secretly embed the song where you couldn't like pause it or change it? I may be thinking of MySpace.
No, that's like, MySpace.
I thought
when you go to their profile and you hear their music, but you don't have a way to hit the pause button.
Oh, y'all are the worst.
Yes.
But then you're just making people not come to your profile.
Yeah, good. Don't look at my shit.
Don't look at my shit.
That was fun. So,
what were we talking about for all this?
Social media. I don't know.
Livejournal. I don't know what that is. That's before me.
Wow. You don't remember the Livejournal?
I had MySpace, but I didn't have Livejournal.
It was the one before Livejournal, and before that was like Zynga, and then before that was something I don't even remember.
Yeah, no.
Livejournal was the first social media thing that I had.
Yeah. I remember people talking about Zynga, and I was like, that sounds stupid. And then somebody showed me Livejournal. I was like, oh, that looks cool. Oh, man. I used to do like so many customizations. That was fun.
Yep. No clue.
MySpace like made it a lot easier. It was like more like they took a big step in like user interface.
That's how I learned.
Yeah. There was still like a lot of like coding and stuff, but like Livejournal was everything you had to like write or copy and paste it in. Like it was just boxes of text. You didn't have. anything.
Pull up, go to Google and just search like a screenshot so I can look at it at least.
Just see if I can find.
Or just Google Livejournal and see in images and see what comes up.
Is this it?
No, it's like the 2021 modern version of Livejournal.
I'm just saying it's still around.
Yeah.
Well, so is MySpace. Doesn't Justin Timberlake own MySpace now? I think he does.
What?
Yeah. Or he's like a partner in the ownership.
How many people actually use MySpace though?
Nobody. But if you go to their page, they still like have updated news articles. Like somebody works at MySpace and still writes news articles that nobody sees.
How do they get paid?
I don't know. Well, because they've been bought out so many times.
I'll turn it around.
All right, so I think this is the Livejournal that I remember. Is that what it used to look like?
Yeah, like that's
Like this photo right here.
So what would you do? Could you have friends on Livejournal?
Yeah, so you had like follower or like you would.
It was
Yeah.
before followers. It was like you had. I don't remember.
It was
Buddies.
more like a message board.
Buddies. Yeah.
So like
Pals.
This goes back to like Cave 9 days and like Beham Kids was. I'll let them talk about it more, but like that was the place. If anything was happening in Birmingham, somebody posted about it, and it was like a
Shows, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
It was
anything like, hey, we're gonna go play with water guns in the park. Do you want to go? We're meeting at this time, and like.
But was it set up like a message board? Or is this like a profile like people would have to...
So it was.
And then how do you promote that? Because Twitter isn't a thing.
It was kind of like Instagram where you had like a feed where you like followed people, but then you would like click on.
But it's text-based,
search.
not like photo-based.
You had to embed the photos, but yeah.
So that's interesting. So you would
Like
follow...
bracket a.
Because like how social media is set up now, you follow people based on the pictures that they post. On Twitter, you follow them by the little blurbs. That,
Yeah.
Like they're...
Search
And then
Livejournal
Livejournal,
profile.
you're physically following somebody based on their public journal that they post. That's interesting.
Okay, yeah. Go to the one second from the right at the top. The one that has the pictures on it. To the right.
Sorry,
That
audio
one.
listeners. This is what the
I'll
hell is
So-
pull
that?
this up.
Dude.
That looks like a Tumblr page.
Oh, yeah, it probably is. That's approximately what it looked like, though. I guess it's similar to Tumblr. I never really used Tumblr.
I never used Tumblr
So
either.
weird. Like,
But it was always, it's sorted by new, like,
it's like a
There was no
bulletin board,
ads.
is what it sounds like. It's
Yeah.
just like a.
it's
Wait,
like you posted what you wanted, and it would get mixed into other people's feeds if they, like, followed you. Or you could just go and look up people's accounts. And they could,
Yeah, the
you could be
same like
private only or
Instagram.
not.
I get
Livejournal,
yes,
right?
no, I hear you. I understand the concept. What I don't understand, and maybe it's just me, because I don't care. But why would you? I would be more inclined to follow someone based on the photos and videos they post versus their 2 cents on the week of this is this person's 8-paragraph journal post.
That's
Like-
usually what it was.
Like
too.
all my buddies,
Yeah.
like what are they? What are they?
I went to
depressed
the grocery
about?
store
Yeah,
today.
like who cares?
Well, this was when the internet was like, you were waiting on photos to load.
Yeah, but like this is the same time
No,
like
this is
instant
like-
messenger, like that's
No,
like
this
boom,
is
boom,
like
boom, boom, boom.
dial up.
I mean, no, yeah, I know, but like
We're like, Livejournal
you'd
was
use
what?
dial up. Hey, unplug the phone. I got to read this person's journal.
I don't even think there was like AIM yet
Really?
when Livejournal was going.
This is
on.
before that.
I think it was like before.
no,
maybe
it
not.
was. It was going
Was it
on.
the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. Was
yeah.
instant messaging first?
I don't remember.
I'm.
I think it was all
Yeah, I
about the
think
same
so, 'cause
time.
I was like
Because
a-
we would talk on like instant messenger and stuff.
Yeah, I remember. It's just all blocked into like one. group
So
of
could
memories.
people,
Crazy
like,
how fast
comment?
technology changed.
Could people
Yeah.
like chime in on your journal post? Could people like leave
Yeah.
comments?
Yeah, people could leave
Yeah.
comments and stuff.
Huh.
I don't think there was like a like feature.
There wasn't a like feature.
It was just like you just had to comment.
Yeah, and it would say like how many comments or whatever. No, I think you actually could like the post. Because you could like change. You could like change the shape of like the entire aesthetic was under your control. If you wanted round bubbles around your words, or you can change the font or the whatever, like
Yeah.
everything about it, you could change it aesthetically. So like instead of it being a heart, it could be a dick or whatever
Right.
little like.
Right. But you
pixelated
think
image
stuff
you
like
want.
that? I don't know. You do all this work only to please yourself, where
Yeah.
somebody else that clicks on your page for like 2 seconds then sees it and it's like, oh, that's cool. Like looking back,
Or
I'm like,
that's
it's,
lame.
It's not.
No,
it's,
like-
it's not necessarily to show it off. It's
Okay.
to get to the actual thing that you're looking at, like the
It's your
shaping.
meta self, dude.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like all the time and effort I
It's
put
like
into my
painting your-
MySpace profile, like did anybody actually care or even see it, or was it just me making changes? Like, oh yeah, this is sick.
I mean, it depends on, I guess.
That's why it's so popular, because people think they have an audience that they don't. It's just themselves refreshing it.
Oh, dude, there were
You had a
plenty of
MySpace
people,
though, right?
There were plenty of people with big audiences.
Yeah,
on
You
there.
did. Okay.
Oh yeah, I did. My one cool thing I can say about MySpace is because back in the day when I was doing coding and stuff, I knew how to make like the really cool top banners. And Kid Cudi,
You were doing coding with Kid Cudi?
yes, I did a coding with Kid Cudi. No, I coded Kid Cudi's top
Yeah.
banner before he popped off. And
Oh,
now
really?
Now he's fucking Kid Cudi.
Oh, sick.
Whoa, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, MySpace, yo.
Yeah, that's tight. I remember, like,
That's tight.
I helped a bunch of people with Livejournal shit. I don't remember who or what I told them,
check.
but
Livejournal. But then how would you promote it?
it's not about promoting it.
I mean, like, how would you get buddies or pals to like? I
You
guess
would
that's
have
a
to- you
that's
just
an
have to
in-person
s-
thing.
Yeah, I didn't give you suggestions or anything. You had
Yeah,
to,
there was
like-
no algorithm telling you what to do. So
You just had
it
to
wasn't-
know, like,
It wasn't like flooded. It was just like your friends.
it was. You'd literally go and ask people, like, "Hey, what's your
Oh my God,
what's
do
your
you-
Livejournal
Do you
name?"
remember
Live
like
Journal.
OMG LOL? It was just something that every kid had and knew about, just like AOL Instant Messenger, just like MySpace. Like everybody knew about it, and then you wanted to be in on it. Facebook was the first one that I was like, that sounds stupid. MySpace took all the fun out of what I liked because it was like ads and just like I felt so inundated by like just shit like thrown at me with like profiles and music and all the shit going on. Like I preferred Livejournal where it was just like the aesthetic. Instead of it being a white background, it would be a dark background because I don't like looking at bright screens.
Right.
Like I started doing that when I was like 12 years old.
It's crazy how long that's taken to catch on. Why would anybody look at a white background?
Right? Like, do you remember being kids and we would like fuck with the computers at school and change them all to like black with neon green? Like change like the start button and like
Yeah,
the
I
background
guess,
and everything, and teachers would get so mad. I did it to my grandmother's computer once. I forgot to change it back, and she like called me and raised hell.
What did you do to my computer?
Yeah, you turned into the damn devil. You get back over here and fix my computer.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So what was your? We're gonna harp on this for a minute. What was you had a live journal? What were you posting over there? What are you doing?
Hanging out with Nick because we hung out like every day. So I don't know. It was just life
You would
stuff.
talk about how cool like a show was, or like
yeah, or
we
you
went
just-
and did this stuff, and a lot of it is private, and that's what's like really scary to go back and
You
look
could
at.
post
is, like,
pictures and stuff. So
for
I mean,
a lot of people, they would post a private entry, and nobody else could read it. And this was before people were really hacking into people's shit. Like if you found out somebody's password, you could get in, but like we were all young enough to not. I don't think I knew anyone that could ever actually like hack anything. So like you weren't worried about somebody getting your password and like sharing all your secrets.
Your private.
So it was like
posts.
a legitimate journal, and then some of them would be like, you know, after I typed all that, I kind of want to include these people, and it was kind of like CCing your friends on like it would come up in their feed, and they might see it, they might not.
Okay.
You could like tag people and stuff too,
yeah,
but it would
Remember
just
that?
yeah. Like I remember like Be Him Kids, for instance. Like I would see like a sick show, and I would tag like Alex and Jeff Salter and like all these other people. Like, yo, let's go to this show. This looks so sick. Like our Valiant Thor was a band, and I remember posting it on Livejournal. Like, I don't know what this band sounds like, and I'm not gonna look them up. I'm going based solely on their name.
just on the name.
And like you won me with the name.
was a
Please
cool
don't
band,
suck.
man.
And
I
yeah,
used to
they
listen to them a
fucking
lot.
ripped. They stayed with me in Sacramento.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they still together? Is that still a thing?
I don't know if they are now. This was like 3 or 4 years ago. But yeah, I just hit them up and I was like, "Hey, I've seen you play at Cave 9 a couple of times, and then you played at the Nick." And there was like 10 people there, and they made us all get down on the dirty ass Nick floor. And row a
Oh,
boat
dude,
to
I've got video of
Valhalla.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, okay, explain.
So
You rowboat to the hollow.
We
What the
rowboated. Yeah,
there was so they're a rock and roll band sent here from Venus to save the world with rock and roll.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
They're like kind of
Sit here for
political.
Venus to
They're
save
very,
the
like-
world.
I'm gonna look them up.
They're super fucking rock and roll, like pure, but they're like pretty political in what they like sing about, and it's catchy. It's good. Like, it's not talking about getting drunk, or partying or whatever necessarily, but like, it still fucking rips either way.
Yeah.
But they managed to like have a message behind it too, and they're like so like far out there on stage, like such a big show. The lead singer always wears two R's, and it's
Yeah, I'm like, what am I seeing right now?
VALIENT THORR.
Well, who's this dude though? Is this like a person?
I don't know.
What am I seeing right now?
To
Is this a
men of
movie or
Earth.
something? I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is, but maybe that's what they got their name from. But yeah, so we're at the Nick, and this particular show didn't get promoted, or just like nobody wanted to go that night, or I don't know what. But 10 people fucking showed up, and instead of it being like, "Fuck, dude, this show sucks," like we had to play for these 10 people, like, "Oh, let's go through the motions and get this shit over with a smile."
Yeah.
They took that as a chance to like fuck with everybody, because like,
And
nah,
make you
there's
rowboat?
10 of you. I can look at you, and everyone in the room will look at you. Like, I can make you do whatever I want.
Oh shit.
He made the bartenders climb over the bar and like get down on the floor, and we all rowed a boat to Valhalla. It's like where you go after you die, and like
It was
Were
crazy.
you a part of this, Alex?
Yeah, I was
You
there.
did it?
Everyone did.
Oh my god.
I've got video of it on like my old phone or something.
Oh my god, dude!
Does my mic sound weird to you guys? Or
no,
is it just me?
your voice.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, it's
you
just
sound
you.
fine.
You're
To me-
born with it.
Funny.
It's,
I feel like I've got like a weird echo or something. Maybe it's just my headphones.
I don't
Anyways,
know.
Yeah, it could be your phones, because you sound good to me.
sweet. Yeah, so this is a picture of the band. Man,
Hell yeah.
taking it back, dude. We used to
Fucking
listen to them all the
Valiant
time.
himself, Eden Thor.
that says 2020.
2020, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's crazy. So I guess they played up until
Well,
last
look
year.
at their Facebook page. I mean, we're on Facebook right now. When's their last
It's a
post?
tribute to
January
Motorhead. Are they playing with Motorhead?
So they're still playing? Yeah, they're still playing. Look at that. This was posted what? Scroll back up to the top. Up to the top. February.
2011.
Um,
So they're just showing an old poster. Another show.
I think
Anyways.
they played with Motorhead.
I mean, that's big time.
Yeah, no shit. They fucking ripped, and they were the nicest guys. Like, as soon as they got off stage, like they were super cool, down to earth, whatever. Like, we hung out after the show, and they were like, "Wow, thanks so much." Like, I've like apologized for Birmingham not showing out that night. And he's like, "Dude, this was the best show. This is what we needed. Like, we played for busy places and the bigger cities, but like this is the shit that like recharges."
They're like, yeah, down south. That we made
Dude,
a
you know
throw
what's
a boat
crazy?
in the floor.
They played the Surf Expo in Orlando, and we went
Really?
out there to that.
holy shit.
And the next night they were in Birmingham, or like a week later. And I walked up to the dude and I was like, "Hey man, you guys played a rad show at Surf Expo?" Because it was like an impromptu thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "You were there at that?" Pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
My only cool story.
So I saw him in like is it black and white in Birmingham? Is that like the little like free newspaper that tells you like all the shows and stuff happening?
Yeah, if
Okay.
it's still in publication.
Then I
don't even know
think
if it
maybe
is.
it's the SNN or something. It's the same thing, the equivalent in Sacramento.
or Weld.
But I saw
Weld, yeah.
one of the flyers for them playing in Sacramento, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And I hit him up on Facebook. It's like, "Hey, I've seen you guys play a couple of times in Birmingham. You've always been super rad. If you need a place to stay or, hot meal, a place to take a shit, hit me up." And they were like, "Dude, that sounds awesome." And they came and stayed and had like a blast. Dude ended up knowing some stuff about like some of the art that I had that I found at a thrift store. It was like a really famous print,
wow.
or a really famous dude's print.
Cool, dude. Speaking of shows, we went to the they had like a stand up comedy free night at Saturn last
Yeah.
night.
How was
It's, like,
that?
Called Laugh Garden.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool, man.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like the first time I've gone to like see like local. I guess we got a pretty rad like stand up comedy scene.
Whoa,
I don't
sick.
know. So it's
Sounds
cool.
new because I feel
Shout
like
out Laugh Garden. It was
before you just
it was
have
fun.
you'd have to go to like the Stardome or whatever. Like, do we have like small? Like,
See,
could-
that's
could
what I'm
Saturn
saying.
be like the
but
next
they would
up and
always
come?
be at bars, and they were like, kind of like, they would happen for a while, and then like people would just like stop going, and it's not necessarily like the comedians or anything.
I've never
I've
known.
always like laughed. At
I've never known of that being a thing here.
Yeah.
The first comedy
Kudu.
show I ever went to was in Atlanta, and I'm like, I wish we had these back home.
Well, this was cool. It was like a small. It's not like you're going to see some touring act. I mean, it's like local people, and it's like just a small kind of DIY style.
Yeah, it was like an open mic
Open mic. It was free.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. They were funny, man. Some really funny
Sema
comics.
Khan used to do it.
Saturn. Yeah, did I say that already?
Do you remember Cameron?
Dude, I was telling him the story. Were you there the night that he played his last night at Barking
Kudu? He did
like
a 45-minute set. I have video of that somewhere.
Dude, that was
like on a hard drive.
Cameron
Gillette.
Dude,
yes. It was so fucking funny.
Dude, it was so funny.
The longest I'd ever seen him, and I'd seen a bunch of his sets. I would like go see his sets. Like we would all go as homies and have fun, and he was funny. And then the other people were usually pretty good too. And it was,
but dude, he killed it, man.
That night,
it was like
on when people were buying him drinks,
dude. So I was telling Zach the story. It was kind of like an open mic
Cameron,
style thing.
That was great.
Yeah. They had like a bunch of amateur comics.
Yeah.
All night just doing stuff. Some of them weren't as good, and some of them were kind of funny. But dude, when he got up there, he was. They all had like a 10-minute limit or whatever. He got up there and started doing it and was killing it. And the MC basically just said, just talk as long as you want. Camera kept trying to put the mic down. And the guy was just like, no, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out Cameron, man. I think he moved to Chicago to pursue comedy.
Yeah, he still does it.
Google it.
I think he.
Where's he at now?
Yeah, I need to go. He released like an album or something.
What?
I think
a comedy album.
Like a comedy album.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it called? Pull it up.
That's sweet. Comedy albums.
I'm friends with him on. Let me see if I can find his Instagram.
Your computer's gonna die, dude.
Yeah, I'm at 28%. So it's all good. The way this night's going, like, who cares? I think he has pictures of it on here.
God, that night was so good.
So we may be able to find this on Spotify. The best set I'll ever have, Cameron Gillette.
Is it
my debut album?
Is it the one from Birmingham?
I mean, I don't think he remembers.
No, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
I think he had been drinking that night and he went up last, and then I think at least like 4 or 5 drinks were given to him, maybe including shots, maybe plus shots.
I think he ran through his entire set. Like he ran through all his material, and he was like, "I'm done. I'm out of jokes."
It wasn't even like, I mean, yeah, I'm sure there was like lots of material, but he just like freestyled that shit.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
The longest set I think I'd seen before was like 15 minutes.
Dude,
he like tripled it.
Can you imagine doing something as scary as stand-up comedy? I tip my hat to anybody that can get up there and do it.
I've always thought it would be fun, but I don't think that I'm that funny by myself.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, even in a small... I mean, it was a pretty decent crowd at Saturn last night. Mm-hmm. And, oh, my God, I just imagine, like, what it would feel like, especially the first person that had to walk out there and kind of open the crowd up. Because once the crowd gets warmed up...
Right.
I don't know if this is true. But maybe once the crowd is warmed up a little bit, maybe it's a little easier to get out there, and they're already kind of in a giddy mood. And
it's also one thing when you're famous and people paid $45 to come.
No, I'm
see
saying
you
just as
tonight.
like a starting out comic, like
that makes sense.
The guts you would have to just go up there, and just
like me or
bomb. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I'm sure. Dude, it's got to be.
We need to have them on. That would be cool.
What?
I'd reach out to some any local comics listening to this podcast.
Yeah, dude, come to the show.
Reach out to me.
Yeah, that's my
out.
question. Do you think this is now going to be like that's the first time I've ever heard of it?
I just discovered it like on social media, Instagram, and then it was like, hey, they're having a free show at Saturn. Let's go. And so they started a little, like the doors open at 7. The show was supposed to start 8, but it really didn't start till closer to 9. There's a good crowd, and it was fun.
That's good.
Hell yeah.
Turned out good.
I think I stumbled through one of those. A friend of mine was having an art show that was going on kind of at the same time.
There's so much going on all the time. It's hard to keep up with everything. It's crazy.
But a show that I really wanted to see was at Firehouse. I don't remember which one it was. There was a bunch that month.
Have you gone to any good shows lately? Now that shows are like kind of a normal thing now.
I went to the Forced Neglect.
Oh, shout out Forced Neglect.
Joy Boy house party for Valentine's.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We just did we just filmed their live performance at the studio.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta pull that up. You gotta check it out. It's cool.
Pull it up.
Yeah, we were talking about the studio earlier. You can actually see like video we did. We that was because we know Hunter. We were pretty good with him.
Oh,
and
nice.
we just hit him up. We started doing these like live performance.
Did y'all do a podcast with Hunter?
Yeah, we did actually.
Oh, nice.
It's really good. Check that one out. Shouts out.
Yeah, that band
Shouts out
surprised the
Hunter
shit
Lawrence.
out of me.
No, it's going to be on Carlos.
That was the first time I
okay.
had seen them,
Yeah.
and they fucking rip.
Yeah, they're rad, man. And so they came in, and we actually got to like set up all their equipment and stuff, and hear them play like right there in the studio. It was rad. But yeah, here on Carlos' page, scroll down. We post like 5 a day, so you just got to scroll a little bit. There it is, right there. Yep.
So I've got it muted, but
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if that's coming through the sound or not. Probably not.
I can hear it.
But yeah, we filmed them on the white wall. It was so rad.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I texted you immediately and was like,
Yes.
do more videos like this.
Yeah.
This is so sick.
Hey, we would love to. If you're in a band or and you want to do a live performance, definitely hit us up.
I love the juxtaposition of just like plain monochrome white background, and then like
Well, because
fucking
we
heavy-ass
started doing
riffs.
these live performances completely on accident. We did these videos of the artist on the white wall, and we had all these like different colored lights. So you'd have like green and red or blue and purple or whatever. So it'd be the artist just on a plain white background with all these colored lights. And we did it for TikTok of all things, just trying to promote TikTok, and because TikTok is so powerful these days. It's
Yeah.
like if one of our artists could pop off on TikTok, like that's all she wrote.
right.
Well, then it kind of people saw those little promo videos for TikTok and was like, "Can I get one?" And then, "Can I get one?" And so many people asked for it. We're like, "Yeah, we'll do it." And then we set a price point for it. And we've last year we did. Tim could tell you like specific numbers, but I want to say we did over 200 last year. And then it set off this like wave of like live performances here in Birmingham where
Yeah.
there's videographers. There's so many going on that like we've had artists book us for a live performance thinking we were somebody else because they've seen it so much, or thinking they were booking somebody else but booked us instead because everybody just started copying what we were doing.
Oh shit.
So this year, to change it, instead of doing all the different colors like you see, we do black and white because
Okay.
nobody's doing that.
Nice.
Now it's only a matter of time till that trickles on and people are like, do like the black and white stuff. But
Right.
nobody can duplicate our big like white wall, our infinity wall.
Right.
So we'll see. But yeah, they've been popping off this year. So we did all those, and then we reached out to Hunter and was like, we've primarily done like rap and hip hop and stuff, but like let's switch it up. Like let's get some like fucking hardcore on here.
Hell yeah.
And it did really well. Did really, really well.
Yeah, I've heard people like talking about it and saying how cool it was. I ran into him. Well, he was at the
Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what all the beads are from?
Yes.
We have beads hanging.
Yeah, we
from
have
the ceiling,
beads.
and I don't
I'm
understand
stole the
why.
middle camera, but
Shout out to Munchies and that fucking mechanical bull.
Yo,
That
dude,
was
that
such a
was
good
so
night.
fun.
I drove
yeah.
by. I drove by it. Not last night. The night before.
Was it packed?
Yes, they had that thing out there again.
Yeah.
The night of Mardi Gras when me and you went, that was the first night that I think you didn't even know it was a bar yet. I was like, dude,
No.
they're having something at Munchies, and you were like, the gas station? I was like, yeah, they've turned it into a bar over in
Yeah.
Avondale.
A friend of mine, he's been on here, Ben Gilly, was like, hey, I don't know, there's a mechanical bull at Munchies. I don't know, the homies are there. I'm going to go over there. And I was like, oh, okay. And then Mom's was like just super busy, and I was stone cold sober and not ready to.
Dude,
we
it
were
was
running
so
late.
packed. Oh,
Yeah.
my God. Well, you bought us all a shot. Thank you for that,
Yeah.
by the way.
Oh, of
I know that was expensive. You spent like $60 on like a round of like 7 or 8 or 10 shots.
Whatever. Happy Mardi Gras.
Thank you.
And then I was just like, well, this is like inevitably we're all gonna have to pee. I don't know, like.
Yes,
This is
dude.
like, I'm not drunk enough to be in this many people right now.
It was a lot, man. It
And
was a lot.
so we went over to Munchies and had a good old time.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was rad. Really fun.
But it still has the aesthetic of a gas station with a mechanical bull in between the pumps.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Like when people driving by is like clearly.
Do you know about Munchie? Like, Are you familiar with Munchies at all?
Yeah, Munchies
Okay.
used to be the hot spot when we would go to Firehouse.
Yeah, yeah.
And what I recently discovered, I told Alex about it.
Yeah, it's
that-
right across the street from Firehouse in Avondale. For
Yes,
anybody that
but
doesn't
now
know what
like
Munchies is.
Munchies, like we thought Munchies was gone, but Munchies has just moved to the Chevron that's on the corner. The Chevron is Munchies. They don't claim it. They still claim it as Chevron. But like if you go buy
The
gas or if you go buy snacks or whatever, look on your receipt at the top. It says "Thank you for shopping at Munchies." It's
At the
still-
Chevron?
Yeah, at the Chevron. So the Chevron is Munchies. They didn't die. They just like moved.
Well, they kept the name Munchies. It's Munchies Bar, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
Bar and Grill
yeah.
now.
Munchies
But
Bar and Grill. Yeah,
forever,
they got food.
forever, it
Yeah.
was just like after they got rid of the pumps, it was just like empty. Then there was like that taco shop next to it or whatever. Is that still there?
Yeah, Taco Mora Loco's still there.
Okay, but like the bar is new.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they just left the coolers in the back, which is cool, and they built a bar in front of it. And so when you ask for a drink, she literally just goes to the cooler, like, and opens the door and
Yeah.
grabs like a can of beer or whatever you want.
Well, that's what
Yeah, they
Mom's
just, like,
does.
slide
They
them
just
in.
open the fridge.
No, but these are like the
These are like the
I
clear
mean, yeah,
seated
yeah,
coolers.
I know what you're talking about, but
and like you stock them from the back and they automatically slide. Like that's every
That's pretty
bartender's
funny.
fucking dream.
Stock
Like,
it from the back.
Yeah, it's already cold. You just got to go back there and like put them in the sleeve that they go in, and it's already built. Like it would be too expensive.
Genius.
To do that for most bars. Like that's
now,
probably
do
it's
they,
already
are they
there.
are they serving liquor or just beer?
liquor?
No,
as
they
well.
have liquor.
Okay.
Like we ordered like a 1-in-1 mixed drink, and they she pointed to the shelf. She was like, "Yeah, our liquor cabinet's kind of simple right now, but they're gonna get more drinks and stuff." So shout out Munchies. It's a cool place.
Yeah.
It was fun. I guess they just do the mechanical bull on the weekends. But you said you went by there and it was like super busy. or
Yeah,
something? Is that-
I drove by there that night, and yeah, it was packed. They had the mechanical bull going, people all outside.
Yeah.
And then the very next morning, I woke up because I had to go to Home Depot at like 9 a.m. And then they had taken the mechanical bull down, and they were washing cars again. Because they wash cars there in the morning, like
Yeah.
during the
Oh.
day.
Yeah.
It was like you'd never even know. Like if you weren't like a nightlife
dude.
person, you'd never know they did that at night.
Well, they leave the like green AstroTurf looking thing laid out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's so like
And they just put like some like caution tape.
Dude,
Like
that
no
makes so much sense.
fancy,
Yeah.
no fancy fencing or anything. Like
I would. Yeah. I
pretty
love
funny.
to see that like people are getting multiple uses throughout the day for the same space. That's like just ergonomic. It fucking
Long
makes
live
sense.
Munchies.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got on this, but I was talking about running to Hunter at Mom's
Oh,
on
yeah.
Mardi Gras, and their Force Neglect is playing Furnace Fest next year.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
And he was like, "Yeah, dude, you kind of helped me get in touch with Johnny Grimes and kind of
Well, because
Oh,
wasn't
nice.
that a
together."
big gripe of like having like a stage for all the local guys to like be intertwined with some of the bigger performances?
Yeah, but
'Cause
there
wasn't-
was a lot of local bands that did play the Furnace
I
Fest.
think the
this
first
last
Furnace
year.
Fest was like also just like bringing back all the bands from like when we were young, right?
Right. But there was a lot of local bands that played,
Right.
and so they're it'll be cool, man. It'll be cool.
Sick.
So good to see
Yeah,
them
I'm stoked for them.
getting to play. It's like a year away. It's so far. So you're not getting to ride the motorcycle right now, obviously,
Can't physically do it,
dude.
man.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But before you had your accident, was there any other issues with the bike? It seemed like every time I texted you, you were like, "This happened, this happened, this happened," and I was like, "Dude, that sucks, man."
I got on it and hit the ground running, and I should have like taken my time and went through and dotted my I's and crossed my T's.
Do you have what are you driving right now?
I'm borrowing my parents' truck.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Luckily, they have an extra vehicle right now because my dad has a company car.
Well, once you get healed up, man, I'm trying to get him to get a bike so we can go ride,
Get your little scoot, man.
We're close. Wait,
like a
hold on.
mountain bike. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want both. So yes, I want like a motorbike and I want a bicycle.
Motorbike.
Motorbike. Give me one of them daggone motorbikes, man. But a bicycle too. But I don't have the.
Get a mongoose, man.
Yeah. Okay. You can't even get one of those right now. You can't get any bikes right now.
Well, Dad said you ought to just take Dad's Cannondale
So
and just go get it fixed.
So we are doing that. We are getting it fixed.
Hey, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we'll have a spare bike
Yeah.
when he's not riding.
Okay.
'Cause
My brother.
you remember we used to go ride at Oak Mountain all the time.
Yeah, dude.
It was
I used to
fun.
love doing it. My brother has a mountain bike. He's like into it.
It's so fun, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a huge mountain bike scene, and like they're expanding the trail system.
Really? How many
There's
miles
other
is it
places to. Oh, like a lot, dude.
now? I know
Like a lot.
17. I think the last time I went.
No, there's way more.
Yeah.
Like
They just built the flow track or whatever. The flow
Yeah.
trail.
Yeah, there's so they hired some outside company to come in, and they've like been designing some
Whoa.
mountain bike trail design company.
Sick.
They came and built some trails, and that would be a cool guess. We ought to get the Birmingham Urban Mountain Peddlers. Is that what it is? Anyways, they're the ones who maintain the trail system.
Oh, okay.
At least Oak Mountain. I don't know if they do in some of the other ones, but there's other places to ride. Like I hear that Cahaba River Park is like a really good place to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm planning to do a lot of mountain biking this summer.
Hell yeah,
So
dude.
it's fun.
I'm down. I
Get
need
good
to do
exercise.
something. Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
a rad thing to do. It's just fun. So you're welcome to join me.
Yeah, dude, I would love to. One time I was at Oak Mountain riding, and I was by myself. It was just a day I went by myself, and there was an owl that like flew from past, like behind me, like over my head, and was like carving through the trail right in front of me.
Whoa,
And
really?
it just like veered off into the trees. Scared the shit out of me at first, but then like I don't know, for the 2 seconds it lasted after that.
Owls are like freaking huge, aren't they?
Yeah, and not a fucking sound, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Silent. Dude, we have so many owls around here.
really.
There's this.
I love them.
If you pull up a map of like the neighborhood I live in, right behind my house, there's like over in this area, there's a protected. They tried to build some homes. It was a big thing. They blocked it, so it's just like I think the land's up for sale. But when we first moved over here, the neighbors were like, "We have a lot of owls, a lot of owls, and we hear them like every night, like hooting and stuff." And so that's why we don't let Lola run around. Our little Yorkie run around outside, just get picked up. So I was outside one day on the patio grilling, and this was like in the afternoon, still daylight, and one of the owls came flying across the backyard.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, dude, it's a huge wingspan. And then it landed on a tree right over here. And so I walked up to the base of the tree and was just looking at this owl, and it's standing like 3 feet tall. You know,
Yeah,
that's an exaggeration,
They're
but they're
huge.
giant. Like they're
Yeah.
freaking giant.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like,
There's like a
owls
couple-
are badass.
I have a
dude.
couple of hawks or eagles or falcons or something that live around ours. Every once in a while, they'll like land. They're in the backyard a lot, but he'll like. It's like sitting on the handrail of the back porch, and the back porch is like about as big as this table. So as soon as I touch the door, it's gone, and I'm like, "Oh, that was cool. See you later."
Crazy. Owls, man. Owls.
Is there any way you can like turn my headphone volume down a little bit?
Yes. Should be one of these knobs.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank
Cool.
you.
Well, sweet. Well, Nick, thanks for coming to hang out, man.
You turn his headphones down just to...
And we're done.
Oh, damn, that's the end. That's cool.
Oh, that's good.
Unless there's anything else you want to talk about, I don't know.
care,
We're
man.
kind of exhausted.
You made it this whole episode.
This was a very imprompt episode because I'm a moron in the way I schedule stuff.
Nah.
I don't know why I booked them a month out. I mean,
Dude,
I'm gonna reach back out and see if we can do something sooner.
You could tell me that something I did in January was like 2 weeks ago, and I would believe you. It's time is like it doesn't make sense. It's no longer linear. Since
deep.
COVID,
It's pretty deep.
it's wild. So I get it.
Yeah,
Well, thanks for having me, man.
dude, this was fun. Yeah, and doing the whole like reverse camera, like this is our setup, man. Anybody that's listening, you got to watch the video and you can see.
We
little
say that
behind the
every
scenes.
episode. Every episode's like, yo, you gotta watch this.
You gotta watch it,
the
man.
pedal
You
board
gotta watch
set
the
up.
video.
We can't treat our listeners like that, man.
Behind the scenes.
Hey, the listeners,
Can't keep doing them that way.
our audience is definitely on the listening platform. Like the last video we uploaded got like 15 views or something.
This
like
one's for
Oh, really?
all the listeners and all the ASMR.
ASMR. Nick Willis, thanks for coming,
Well,
brother.
thanks, Brothers McCown.
We'll get you back
Brothers
on to
McCown.
help us
McNonin.
do some
McNonin, yeah.
switching and stuff. That was the whole reason we had Nick coming on, was to run sound for us tonight.
Yeah.
And he ended up being the guest.
I got to be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
All right, bro. Till
All right.
next time. See ya.
Later, y'all.